Hello and welcome to Blue Army TV. I'm sitting here after Carlisle have lost away from home 2-1 to Exeter City in what continues a really disappointing run of losing to those teams around us. Just think of the games we've had now. We've lost to Exeter twice. We've lost to Cheltenham. We've failed to take points at... We've drawn both games, but we failed to win either games at Fleetwood, and we got absolutely smashed by Reading. And look, the Port Vale win was a real high. So to be dragged back down again in such a way, and look, I think Exeter's a very difficult away day. It certainly is, not just because, and this is no disrespect to Exeter fans, but not because it's a particularly difficult place to go to, purely just because it's a really far away place, and it does take its toll. There's a lot of Carlisle fans taking the plane down because it's somehow cheaper than the absolutely scandalous train prices. But yeah, look, an absolute screamer of a consolation goal from Butterworth wasn't enough to get anything out of the game, and it was really disappointing, especially when you look at that starting lineup. I was really happy with it. You look at the likes of Harrison Neal, who I thought played okay today. You look at Luke Armstrong, who, he did well when he was given the opportunity to do well, but I don't think we gave him enough opportunities. He had one very good opportunity right towards the end, which he hit the post from, but we didn't give him nearly as many chances as we should have, and that's what we need to be doing now. We've got a decent striker in the squad now. Why is he having to run back and make defensive tackles? Why is he the one having to save us in a defensive matter? And there was an instance that really highlighted how we were getting things wrong today, where Luke Armstrong won the ball in his own half and then cleared it forwards to Sean Maguire. Now, there isn't a single thing to say why that isn't the other way around. Armstrong's bigger. He's that target man up top that you need to... If you're going to be lumping balls up forward, it's to him. Why on earth is he back there making the tackle and clearing it long to Sean Maguire? And look, Sean Maguire doesn't do enough defensive things, but he needs to be. It shouldn't be that way around, is all I'm trying to say. I think it should be Sean Maguire getting back and tackling and trying to get balls forward to Armstrong, but it was just a very bad team performance, I thought. In the first half especially, even though we went in at 0-0, I think the possession stat was close to 70-30. There was times in that game where I think you look on FotMob, you look on the app, 75% possession to Exeter, 25% to us. It was just really, really woeful. We didn't create any chances. The ball was in our half for the vast majority of the game. And at times we were saved by Gabriel Breeze in nets, who, unfortunately didn't have the best second half. There's nothing he can really do for either of the goals, to be perfectly honest with you, but he did make one mistake that could have led to a goal, which if it was Thomas Hawley, I'd be absolutely slating him on here. So it's fair I give everyone an equal sort of a stick for that. But I think in terms of people who didn't play well, I think Sean Maguire's going to be top of that list. I think he didn't do anything. And admittedly, I've let Luke Armstrong off with not having enough service, and the same can be said for him, but Luke Armstrong did get back, and he did do something with what little he had. He did make some good interceptions up top, some good tackles tracking back. Then you look into the defence, I think John Mellish had a very poor game, and it's very uncharacteristic of him. I think he had such a good game at Port Vale. He got man of the match, scored the goal. Really poor. I think he couldn't string a pass together, and I think there was a few opportunities where it's just he gets drawn out of position too much and he can't get back in time, and that was, it's not something he usually does because he usually has the pace to get back, but today it really caught him out, and there was a few times where he's beaten, he let his man go, and just a bad game from him. Robinson I didn't think played very well. Emmanuel I didn't think had a good game. Jordan Gibson didn't play well. There's a few. Harrison Neal surprised me. I didn't think he would go straight into the starting 11, to be perfectly honest. I thought he'd be one of them players that comes off the bench. But straight into the starting 11, and I think he was probably the better midfielder we had in that midfield today. Taylor Charles didn't really do much. And I've already mentioned Jordan Gibson. But yeah, he's an absolute unit. I didn't realise how big he was. Yes, he was taller than Simpson in his announcement photo, but everyone's taller than Paul Simpson. I didn't realise how big Harrison Neal was. He's a big, strong unit, and I think he put some good tackles in today. But yeah, from this point on, I think that's such a missed opportunity, and that's what makes it so gutting. It's the fact that it could have been so much more. It now makes that gap a little bit more insurmountable to safety. You know, if we'd have won today, we'd have gone level on points. And combine that with Cheltenham beating Portsmouth. And can I have a little side mention of Portsmouth at the minute, because they're really doing my nutting. They beat us last minute, and then every other team they seem to face in the relegation zone, they drop points to. They drop points to Exeter, they drop points to Fleetwood. They're getting beat. They've been beat by Cheltenham. I can't remember them playing Reading, but I can imagine they probably lost that as well, and they're absolutely falling off a cliff, Portsmouth. But yeah, I'd much rather be in their position than ours, I'll tell you that much for free. But yeah, look, there's still signings to come, and you know we've given ourselves. It's not as damaging a defeat because of the Port Vale win, but it's still a really big missed opportunity to go higher up the table and to finally beat a team that's in the relegation zone with us. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know how you thought the new signings going on. I thought they did alright considering the circumstances. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and in a bit.